Good morning, Crafty Friends. Sparkle here. Say, I bet you all thought I was on vacation, hey? But I was not. I had some medical issues this week, and I had to have some tests and some scans. And Monday, I got some terrible bad news about my health. But now, as of Wednesday, I'm questioning what I was told. So I'm waiting for another opinion, some more tests, and anyway, I just wanted to come say hi. It's 105 in the desert today, so I thought we'd go to the beach. And we have this feature today. My feature artist today is Robin over at Daisy Journal Company. And this is her July freebie. Now, I don't have it all printed. There's 25 pages. I printed bits and pieces of it, Robin. And I'll show you a few sheets of paper that we're going to use today. I'm going to do an envelope journal. I was playing with envelopes last night, and I put some together, and I like the way it looks, so we're going to give it a try. So it's just so pretty. You could just looks like sand, and it's rough, and it's got these beautiful elements in it. And like I said, there's 25 sheets. And I'll give the link to her channel because if you subscribe to her Facebook group there, you get it in your email. And it's only available for that month, okay? So you can't go back and say, oh, I want last month. It's just this current month. So you have till July 31st. But don't wait. Go now because it's just gorgeous. Look at this. And I'm from Jersey originally. I'm in Arizona now, but I was from Jersey. So the beach holds a special place in my heart, except that's where I got all my skin cancer. So it's a mixed blessing. And these are some of the elements. I cut everything 2 to a page at 5 by 7 because that's me normally. So these are just some of the pages that were in there, and there were envelopes. You can see I was playing around. I had some of this wallpaper that I got in a purchase. I think it was from Rach and Bella at one time. And I layered, there were a whole page with these stamp size. They were already perforated and everything. So I put some of them onto this wallpaper and made these little clusters. This says, have an open heart, and this one says, be your beautiful self. So I thought these can go in the journal. They'd be really sweet, and I just ran a stitch randomly on them. I thought I had a couple more. Here's another one. This one says, you are enough. So anyway, make clusters, do things with your elements. Look at them. The little people on the beach. It's so cute. So anyway, I cut out all these pieces of ephemera. She had some side corners. There were some round ones, so I just rough cut it around them so that I could just ink them up and maybe pop them up. So there were belly bands and there were stamps. This is probably a pocket, but I'm probably just going to either fold this down or tuck and just leave it as a pocket, leave the sides open like that because that could hold some of these cards. So that's what we're going to play with, okay? So let me just put these in here. And like I said, I was just sitting in front of TV last night and the mail came, and I tell you, I get mail, junk. So I took a bunch of envelopes, 5. These weren't all from yesterday, okay? This was, and these actually were in my used bin from something else. So, but you could use any size envelope. You could just make it your own, okay? This is how I'm doing them, but this is just me, okay? So I put a piece of cereal box in here. And I just folded this not quite in half. This is going to be the back, so I wanted it to be hard. So I've numbered these because I'm visual, okay? So these are those 4 I think they're 4¼ by 4¼ and I had these left over from something. So I thought that this is going to be our base, the bigger one. And it's just one of these, I think it's 9 inches. Yeah. So just fold it wherever you want. You could fold it in half. I did not. But that's going to go here. And then I thought this could go here. Hence, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Then I took 2 of the same size, okay? And they could be any color, any style. And then I thought this could go in here. And I'll glue that down. And then this one could go here because I wanted to make a trifold in the middle. So you want these kind of even. So we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you have a trifold in here. Open this up and you have 1, 2, 3. And I like that they're different sizes. I'll show you the one that we put together. So then this would go in here, that would go there. And then I took, I think this was a 5-inch, 5½. Yeah, this is 5½ inch. So I just took it and I put it here, and then I just folded it to fit, okay? Because I want to put that under here. So basically, it would look something like this, okay? And then I originally had made, this is just a template, I had made some little books. I was going to make just 2 little books. Then I thought they could go in here. So you have your cover, page 1, and we're going to put a tab up here. Okay, tab will be here, it'll stick out. So you have 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to put a signature in here. Okay, and it's the kit, and I just cut it 5 by 7, so I've got 2 per page, and I just made 5 sheets. Okay, so that goes there, and that's page 5. We're going to decorate the pages, and then here's your trifold. And here it's got a piece of cereal box inside. And in this piece, you could later either put something in it. We'll fix the edge because the edge is kind of rough. Either put something in it like this. Why is it going in there? Okay. So you can either put something in there with a tab, or you can take one of your flips that we've made in the past, and that can go in here. So this is your trifold, and then it can flip up. Okay, and you have journal slots. Then that'll close. And then I thought we could put another signature here on the last one. So then, yeah, close your trifold. Close that. These paper clips are just holding my work. And then you'll close it. You'll close it. And then this will be our closure. I'm going to put a eyelid in here, and then we could tie our closure around here. And it'll be flat. But see, with that cereal box, it makes it nice and firm. So, like I said, I've already taken the liberty to cut this out. Let's just take these out. They're kind of bulky. And, you know, Sparkle, I reinforce all my seams with my tape, my medical tape. Let's see if I have any here. This is what I use. It's 1 inch, and it's thin. It dissolves into the paper. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And that's your base. Okay? So now you can do whatever you want, but this was the design that I chose for this one. Okay? So, yeah, look around your envelopes, and then I just, I cut it because these two envelopes were bigger. So I just did a notch here and there. Okay? And this, I think I have to glue that cardboard in there. But then I think I could put something over the edge here so it's not so clumpy looking. So we'll take care of that later. So what I want to do now is I've printed, I did this in case I need to make pockets and things. But I was going to take some of these pages and just go through now. And what I'll do is I'll measure my papers. So I just want a little bit of margin. So there and there. So then I'm going to cut these out for my pages. And I'll number these on the back. This will be number 1. So I'm going to go, I can cut for a few minutes. I just don't want to bore you to tears. And then I'll probably sew. So let's see. This one I said was right about here. I need a bigger desk. Says every crafter that I know. Let's see. So it's not quite 4 because I have some. Let's see how that'll look. Yeah, that's fine because I am going to put something over the seam here after I put my signature in. I always cover my line here. Okay, so there, and then actually my line wasn't very accurate up there, was it? Okay, then I like that with this seaweed or whatever that is. So that'll go there. So we'll do this one, and this is probably the same size for this page. Okay. And I want a little border. We'll ink all that up before we glue down. So this one can be the same size. Let's see how this looks here. Yep, just going to trim a little bit off the top here. So that'll be page 2. So if you want to see how your work will look, then I do this. I put my papers down as I go, and I just paper clip them on. That way you can see, so on the first page, this will be my first page, okay? But I can see that this is going to be back there. So So I'll try to pick something that'll be complementary to that paper. Okay. So I might look through my paper and say, ooh, let's have this here, you know, because it goes. You see? So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go through and cut some papers, and then I'll be back, okay? So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, let's see what we have. They're not glued down, and I haven't inked. So here's your front cover. And we actually, this is going to go like that. So we have our front cover, and then we have our first page here, and so we have that little touch of blue up there. These pages had frames around them, so I like that. So they're going to look a little eclectic because they're not going to be real matchy-matchy, and that's perfect for me. I just wanted to use the illustrations. They're so cute. So then for the center, I tried to offset the edges here. Okay. I know it looks funny when it's not glued down. And then this is the back two pages. And here's the flip, 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 flip. And then here's the back piece. So let's take some ink out. Let's see what we have here. We have some vintage photo. I don't need a new dauber. But let's see what we can do here. So I don't need my paper clips because I numbered my papers. So we'll be good. So we're just going to go around and ink our edges. Okay. Yeah, I could do this off camera, but I just thought I would say hi. I hope you all having a great day. I hope you all had a good 4th of July. I forgot that crept in on us. Yeah, so the ink will be just what we need to do, okay? So let's do that. And then if I'm going to sew, I'm not going to sew until after I put my papers on. But this is a good time while you're doing this to make sure everything's glued down. You have no raw edges. I like to ink where my tape is because I like that look. Make sure my pages are numbered. 3 and 4. 3, 4. And yeah. So it's Friday. I think this will go out on Friday. And we are in a heat wave. But guess what happens when we get this heat is when we get our monsoons. Now it hasn't rained in a couple months here. But then we're going to get our toads. And Sparkle doesn't like toads. Because my dog is dumb. And my dog will eat the toads. And if he eats the toads, he's going to die. And there's no vets in our town at night. So, I'm going to have to go out every night. My dog loves to go outside at night. I'm going to have to go out with a flashlight and a shovel and do I call it my toad search before I can let the dog out. Now that my husband can't see, he can't help me. So my neighbors will hear a lot of screaming and shouting if I can capture them, but sometimes they're like 3-4 inches big and they're quick. If I could capture them in a bucket or something, I could let them take them down to a pond or something, but usually it's dark and I don't like to do that at night. I get scared. So they best just not come in my yard. That's number 9. I'm out of order, but that's okay. Let's just do them in order. You know, my brain thinks in order. I don't know. Let's do this one. This is number 7. Let's mark this. So, I have to get caught up on watching my videos. I'm sorry, my fellow YouTubers. I've been negligent in watching your videos, commenting. I'm sorry. I will get back. I will get back on track. I'm hoping my doctor calls me today, but it's Friday and half of them don't even work on Friday around here. So it is what it is. I need some confirmation of some stuff I was told that I probably shouldn't have been told by the technicians who were doing my test. So you wait. And you try not to worry, but you do. But so many people have so many things going on. Oh, mercy. That is a mess. 9. Yeah. This number and a label in my pages, that's just the best thing. It's peanut butter and jelly, let me tell you. Robin, thank you for this kit. It's so bright and cheery and reminds me of a little girl growing up on Atlantic City in New Jersey. That was me. Redhead, freckled little girl with a bunch of my siblings. Oh no, this is like watching paint dry, but then that's the only way I can get to talk to you. So I did a little short video just to advertise what I was going to be doing soon, and I played the song from, I think it's Leslie Gore, Raindrops, Lollipops, and however that goes. It's kind of cute. So, yeah, I know shorts don't count towards your watch hours and stuff, but I just do them because they're fun sometimes. And this will be number 12. Let's see. Number 12. That's the one back here. So, yeah. I don't know. Everybody has their signature piece, and I guess just junk journals in general with however I can embellish them is my thing. Actually, those little ones were going to be my little tab binding journals, and I still might do a couple of them when we're done. So let's take a quick gander at this and make sure everything looks cool. So now it's nice and brown. So now when we add our cover pages, they'll have a little dress, a little trim around them. So let me, I don't know. I guess I can do them on camera for a while. I don't want to shoo you all away. So I'm just making sure my numbers match. And I'm just using my art glitter glue. because I believe I'm going to sew around them. I just have to make sure if I'm going to do any pockets or have anything open, I'll need to figure that out first. Because when I sew, that must have been crooked there. That's straight there. I'm going to let that go because I'll put some some kind of ribbon, like just on this edge here later. Where is this crooked? Yeah. So that's okay that that's a little off when I put my lace on there later. It won't show. I'm just going to put lace on this here little envelope here. Okay. So, number 2. And does that go this way? No, I think I want to do it this way. Yeah. I didn't ink these papers. I just inked the so I always make sure that the side that's more visible for sure is straight. So if there's any issues, they're over on this side because you're not going to see them as much. Okay. So then we have number 3. And I need my pages to stick. Yeah, it could go that way. No, I think I want the kite up there. Summer kites on the beach are fun, huh? Yeah, I was always amazed when my daddy would take, I don't know, there were 13 of us, maybe he'd take a half a dozen or so. And we'd go and we'd fly kites, and somehow he got them really, really high, and as soon as he would give them to one of us and we'd start flying it, they'd come flying down. And then he worked so hard to get it back up there. It was pretty funny. Yeah. My sisters and I Zoom on Thursday nights, and so because there's 9 of us, and we're there's like 2 different sets, the older sisters and then the younger ones, and so we have different memories. So when the younger sisters are talking about what they did growing up, the older 4 of us are like, huh? We never did that. So it's kind of funny. See? So you just want to see how everything's going to fit. But it's going to be beachy and it's going to be fun. So we'll just go and keep putting these on. And so I'd like to see what everybody else is doing. I'm doing this Junk Journal July mini. I'm doing it in one of my mini books. They've given you prompts, and then you have to do similar to Margaret Miller when she does her prompts there. This is going to be where our signature is going to go. Just want to make sure that's going to look nice there. Yeah, that'll be cute. So, yeah, I'll show you my book when I'm done. This one I left open because that's how I opened. This is the big envelope. So I might put something in here later. So we're looking for page 6. So I've been doing that. I'm still doing some diamond paintings. I just did some compact mirrors, mirror compact. I'll show you them. I'm going to do them because I've been in touch with a couple ministries that I think will take some donations. Okay, so there's a bigger space here than I anticipated, so we'll take care of that later. We'll put something up here, either some tape, maybe something like this. We'll take care of that when we decorate. Sparkle doesn't sweat this stuff. Sparkle just tries to have fun. All right, so this is page 7. I think what I'm going to do is just run a bead of glue. I think I want this side open. I'm going to put some glue in the back here. I know it's not going to be sticking down there, but it's not going to matter. I want to leave the front open just in case I add, if I want to add a pocket or something here. And I think I kept this piece light. I did. So that if I want to add something, I can. I'm going to have to go through with my eraser. I just realized I didn't do that. Make sure there's no pencil marks. Okay, there. So this, I'm just going to glue down normally, and then I could put a whole print there. But I still think I want to put something there. Let me get something that matches the pattern here. This does. Because I think I will have issues. I'm not sure, but I don't want the recipient to have an issue with. So I think if I can get this glued down in here, then it won't be rough here. And you still can put something in here. Okay. So let's put it on the base here just a little. And slip it in here. Yeah, this is Sparkle doing things by the seat of her pants, my friends. No rhyme or reason. Just want to make a journal, and I want it to be sweet. I'm going to just want to clip these, miter these a little bit here and here. I think it'll fit better. And that way it's this rough edge is taken care of, and you still will be able to put something in here later. Okay? So now this can get glued on here. And yeah. So does anybody have puppies, and how do they react to the 4th of July fireworks and things? Unfortunately, our neighborhood does fireworks, and my 10-pound Shih Tzu, Chewy, wants to go out and eat them and bite them, and he just barks because he wants to go and jump at the sky. He's not afraid of them, or he doesn't mind the noise. So it's quite hilarious. Watch this dog jump up in the sky trying to eat fireworks that are, 10 miles away. Goofy dog. All right, and then this will go here, so I have like 2 bookends. Like that. Number 8, we're almost done with this, my friends. Okay, that's okay there. And like I said, we can put something up there. I have this cool tape. I have a little bit left. And that might look nice. I'll put that on those 2 pages there. So we're almost done. I'll be right back when I'm done with this. Hold on, please. So here you go, my crafty friends. We've got our papers glued on. I've stitched around the front cover and around this cover. And then on the other pages, I just went down the sides. Okay? And I just realized that I glued my pocket shut. So if I want to make a pocket, I can make it up here. Okay? So yeah, these ones I just did down the sides. This one I did not do around the sides because it's got that cereal box inside of it. But yeah. Okay. So this goes in, the trifold goes in, goes over, goes in, goes over, and then this. So what's left to do is to put my two signatures in. There's going to be one here and one here with the plan. And they'll still fold. They'll still fold. Looking pretty good. I think I might want to put something around these edges, but I'll do that later. In here, I added those two pages that were short on top. I added some of that washi that I had, and I just stuck this in here inside the hole, the slot. So I think off camera, well, I don't see why I can't do my signatures on here. So I wanted a signature here. Let's just make sure our pages are in order. There's a chair. There's a boardwalk. There's some of that paper. Yeah, this one's in order. This page is a little shorter. I could put a, let's get some, let's put a doily. That's the word I'm looking for. Let's put a doily in the middle here. Dress that up a little bit. So this is going to go here after the first page. And that top sheet is a little shorter, so I got to make sure that's all centered. Okay. Then I'm going to paper clip this whole thing. So it's going to go in here. So I just use these big paper clips. And then I make sure my seam is down in the seam of the book. Okay? Because I want to go through all these layers. So, my little sewing kit. So, let's cut some thread. 1, 2, 3. Let's cut 2 right away for the other book. Okay, we got our thread cut. I need a needle. And I need a pokey tool. I think I want to use this one. That's all we need. So, I think I want to use the smaller needle on this. I hope so. make sure everything looks pretty cool here. And, you know, we're going through a lot of layers. So we want to go in the middle here, and we want to come out here. Okay? So we're just in this little envelope here. So we have one hole there. Okay, the envelope ends here, so we got to stay within the envelope. We'll have a hole here. I don't do any measuring. And then, let's see. We'll put a hole here. I'm just going to leave it in there for now. I like to just give myself some security. So we're going to go down the middle. And take this out. Come up the bottom or the top. Then go down the bottom. And hopefully I'm in the envelope. I am. Okay, then just keep this piece taut. Come back through the middle. And just going to go on either side of this. Goodness gracious. Well, that didn't help me. You want to be on either side here. You want a string on either side, okay? And then I always check, make sure that's taut. And you could take these off. And then we're just going to tie a couple knots here. And we're going to leave our threads for now. I'll probably put some beads or something, or charms. Let's see if I have any beachy charms. So then let's see how this this all falls into place. Then I go and I just crease my pages. Now you could round these corners if you don't like them flat. So then when that folds, you'll have a signature there, okay? And I know it's all flopping up and stuff, but that's going to be fine. That's the beauty of an art journal. Okay, then this one I want to put back here. I always put a little mark. So we'll do the same thing here, and I'll be right back. So I have my signature sewed in. Now I was just going to put this little piece of lace on the corners here to hide my stitching and things. So then I'll do a quick flip through, and then I think I'll because this video is getting too long for my liking, I will do a another video where I show you how we embellished everything. How's that sound? Okay, so I just want to cover this little envelope where the seam is. I don't want to cover the whole thing. I might have to trim that. Yeah, so it's going to be a little chunky monkey, and that's okay. That's good. Let's check this side over here. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Let's see if we can just trim this a little bit. one is folded. That'll be fine. Now I'm going to look for some charms later to put on these ties. And I'm not sure, I might round these corners. So then this one is going to go under here. So I want to cover this seam as well. And I think I have just enough. Whew, I do. How about that? Huh? Yep, just looking for leftovers. So I want this piece in the back. So I want this to be in there, and I want the other piece to be in the front. Okay. We got it. Sparkles has it. Yeah, and again, thank you, Robin. This is a delightful kit. Brought back a lot of good memories. Someone asked me about the crab parties we used to have. I could tell you some stories. Yes, yes, I can. Make sure it's as straight as I can get it. So we'll have the bones done. We'll have I could show you how we'll do the tie, the closure. And yeah, then I'll maybe look for some charms and some more embellishments, and maybe lay out my pages how I think I want them to be. And that could be part 2 with a flip through, and then it won't be so long. I get nervous if I get too long on camera that you're all going to fall asleep and just leave me here by myself. So let's see how we like what we have. And it still needs a little bit more. I can play with that off camera later. So for the closure, I want to make sure these don't get cut or anything. I just took some tabs that I had, and what I thought is we can glue the tops. Glue the tops, and then sandwich this like this. Then I should have stitched then, because now you can't see my stitching. But that's okay. That happens. All right, so let's see. That's good there. Let's just go under here now and glue the front. And then go under here and glue the bottom. I double-sided them because I wanted it to be a little bit strong. Because when you put your eyelet in here, that's where you're going to put your tie. Let's just do a gold one. And let's see, where do I want my eyelet? I think I want it maybe right in the middle here. Let me get my crocodile. Let me get my crocodile. So let's say we want it right about here. Okay. So it's not right on the edge. And we'll give it a, get it in there, and give it a squeeze. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so then we have that there. And then I just have some of this coffee dyed seam binding that I drew up. And we'll put a piece in here. And then we can wrap this around there. And this can come around. And I'll have to even it out later. But then if you put just a sweet little something on the front that you made already and you're all ready for, like say this one that says you are enough. If we glue this on here, add some charms, and decorate the front, what do you think? I think it's pretty sweet. I think this has to get turned around though. I think it's pretty sweet. So I'll come back. I'm going to look for some charms or some beads or something. And I like to tie knots in the bottom here. And we'll come back and we'll add all our bling because we have this tray of things that I've already cut out and things. So that'll be the second half, okay? All right, I'll leave this for now. I'm going to say goodbye. Have a beautiful day and a happy Friday. And I'll see you again soon. Bye now.